Review, and today we are looking at the M26 Pershing Tier 8 American medium tank. Now, I was looking around YouTube, and there wasn't really a gameplay review for this thing yet for the Pershing Blitz version, so here I am with a review. And I think I played around 150 games in it, and I have gotten around 4 mastery badges. And here are my stats. 78% win rate, which is quite good, and around 2k average damage. Now that is pretty low, as this gun's DPM is quite low. So a couple of awards there, a few Top Guns, 1 Radleys, and 24 Confederates. And I've also had a 13 survivor streak. Now I've been platooning quite a bit with this, as I do enjoy medium wool packing. That's 12 crucial contributions and 21 brothers in arms. Now, some of the strengths of this tank are definitely its gun depression, which is 10 degrees, and its gun manlet, which is extremely strong. Now, on paper, this turret is only 127 millimeters thick, but in fact, there is a zone behind, around the gun that is 203, and that is also spaced armor. Now, there's a strip directly longitudinal to the gun that is only 203 millimeters, but on the edges of the gun manlet, there are effective armor values of over 600. Now that is crazy, and I've bounced some insane shots with this gun manlet, like shots from a YAG, Panzer E100, a T95, big guns like that. Now, one of the downsides of this tank is the hull armor. Now, it is quite weak at only 101 millimeters. And if you angle it at around here, that's a 65-degree angle, and you will get some auto bounces, but that is about it. Now, Tier 7 medium tanks and Tier 6 tanks will have a lot of trouble going through this armor, but anything at Tier 8 or above won't have any trouble. Now, let's look at the modules here. This gun is absolutely fantastic, except for its rate of fire and accuracy. Now, the best part of the gun is its APCR penetration of 268. That is Tier 10 medium tank values, and now that is insanely good on a Tier 8 tank. The rate of fire is quite low at a little bit below 8 rounds a minute, with only an average damage of 225. That's a bit low comparing to the Soviet medium tank, which has 280. That makes the DPM of this tank lower even than the Centurion 1, which is a pretty bad tank in my opinion already. Now, another bad part about the gun is its accuracy. The firing on the move of the gun is not terrible, but the accuracy is quite bad at 0.37. That makes hitting weak spots at mid to long ranges almost impossible. Now, this tank does excel very well at mid ranges with the bouncy gun manlet and the gun depression. So when you're using this tank, always try to take advantage of terrain and stay hull down, and you can just watch shots ricochet off that bouncy gun manlet. Now, when you're researching this tank, what I got was the Top Gun, and then I got the turret, and then the engine and the tracks. Every single module of this tank does make a massive difference, however, so whichever order you use is totally fine. For equipment, I'm using a gun rammer, a vertical stabilizer for firing on the move, and optics, because this is a medium tank, and I do enjoy spotting things. Okay, so the first game is on Dead Rail, and I'm playing with my good buddy in his T-32. We're top tier in this game, but the enemy team has an extra Tier 8, but that's no big deal, as I think me and my T-32 buddy can easily handle this game. He says let's go mid, and that's exactly what I want to do, as I want to take advantage of the Pershing's excellent gun mantle and gun depression. This is one map that the Pershing excels at, as this mid-range here allows me to stay mostly hull down, and the enemy will have a very hard time penetrating my turret at these ranges. Now you see I quickly spot these guys and I hold my shot until maybe I can spot something else, and I pump a quick shot into the T-44. Now I see a Centurion that is closer that might have a shot on me, so I back off, and I see the T-20 appear, so he's going to be spotting me. So I'm going to play a little more cautious, but this Centurion over there has really overexposed himself, allowing me to pump a shot into him quite easily. Now IS-3 dies there, playing way too aggressively, and this ISU will go down soon as well. As look at this guy, what is he thinking? Oh my gosh, he gets set on fire twice, and the ISU goes down as well. I took a really bad shot there. That shot was never going to penetrate through the Centurion's mantlet, as the Centurion is actually quite a similar tank to this. It's got decent speed, okay gun with quite low DPM, and a very strong turret with good gun depression. Now the IS-3 that died first says that our team sucks. I mean, let's be honest, you died first, sir, so you have no right to be saying that. And I see the Tiger 88, and he sets me on fire with the first shot, and this is very dangerous, and I don't want to deal with this guy right now. Luckily, he shoots the T-20 instead, and I load APCR just to make sure all my shots go in right now, as this is a pretty high-pressure situation with our team on the other flank crumbling very, very quickly. I load back to AP just to shoot his lower plate, as it is more safe now. Now, I don't have any shots on the Jagdpanzer, but the Centurion is pushing up a bit too much, so I put a quick shot into him, and I back up, and I see the Indian Panzer is rushing my good buddy, and I can't let that happen, so I'm going to target the Indian Panzer and start putting some shots in. I already used my adrenaline on the Tiger 88, so I'm not able to use it against the Indian Panzer, but that's fine, as he derps his first shot anyway. I had some lag there, so I wasn't able to turn my turret and my hull very quickly, but now I'm okay as I have the Indian Panzer side, and this should be a pretty easy takedown as I only take 2 hits from the Indian Panzer. That was some good teamwork, and we pulled the scores back quite a bit, but now it's 5-5 again, and it's just me and my T-32 buddy playing against 2 enemy tanks. He quickly takes out the T-44, meaning we are only up against a lone T-28, and now this should be easy. I see that my good buddy has 5 kills, so I'm going to let him take the nice pools medal here, and he's going to get me a free crucial contribution in this one as well, which is going to be nice. Now, I see he's on 282 health, which means if I roll average, I won't kill him, and I know that he's got the kill now, so I let him have it, and that was a pretty good game. I recommend you guys stick around for the next game, as I think it is quite a bit better, as it is a Tier 9 game instead of a Tier 8 game. So that was only a 2nd class Master Badge, doing 2.6k damage, which isn't a lot, and my good buddy does 3.5k, so this was definitely a platoon carry, and I'm losing credits here, as I do fire so much APCR in this tank. In this game, I think I lost around 60k credits without premium account, so yep, this thing purges credits, but I surely love playing it, so I think it's totally worth it. Now, we are on Falls Creek. This is also one of my all-time favorite maps, and I'm going to say, my good buddy says, go base, and that's exactly what you should do on this map. I think in the early patches, the mentality for this map was to have the heavies go bridge and the mediums go cap, but I think the better players have developed a strategy that going all cap is a much better strategy, as if the team goes bridge, they are caught in an open field when they try to come back and reset the cap. So I'm glad that our team wasn't too bad here, and they listened to us and they go cap, or to the cap area. Now, on this side of the map, I like to take up this position to my right on this little ridge line here, as I can get some shots in the cap. I try to go to the right to see if anybody wants to go to the valley so I can proxy spot them, and that's exactly what this T-44 wants to do. I ghost fire here, so unfortunately I'm not able to get a shot into this T-44's butt when he goes up the hill, but I reload, and I get to put up 1 shot in, but he gets away before I get to put a shot in. And whenever you have an enemy spotted, you want to anticipate their next move. So, like, a lot of players would aim at the rock and follow the tank. What you want to do is just keep your gun in front of the rock where the tank would actually pop out, instead of following the tank even though he's behind a rock. Now, I make a big misplay here, as I know that I've been spotted, and I know there's tanks on that ridgeline. I should have waited at least 3 seconds until I was unspotted before I come out again. And I don't know where that shot went, but whatever, that's alright. I'm shooting APCR here, as I would have no chance to go through that IS-8's upper plate or lower plate with just regular AP. Now, I put a quick shot into the T-43. We trade shots here, and I pop back as I am spotted. I see the T-43 shoot, so I'm going to back up, I'm going to poke out for a shot, and then I back up once more. The M103 finishes him off, and I see a Centurion that is in kind of a hold down spot, but I think I go through his cheek there, as the Centurion's cheeks and his roof are actually pretty weak. I should have aimed for the roof there, but that's alright. I only take around 190, as the Centurion's gun's alpha is actually pretty low compared to this one. The Tiger II misses a shot on me, and I'm debating on what to do here as I look for a shot on the Tiger II. I load APCR, and I think that was another ghost shell, because it didn't say it bounced or anything. That shot just kind of disintegrated in the air, I guess. My second one goes in, and I'm still got APCR loaded here. I probably could have penned that with AP, but I was too lazy to switch back. Now, see, the other side is kind of in a lot of trouble, as my platoon buddy is going up against an IS-8. I look for a shot, but I just don't have it because the truck is in the way. Now, I'm debating on whether I should just waste a shot and put it into the trucks, or I should wait for the IS-8 to pop out even more. I decide, since the IS-8 will probably come out, I shoot the truck, and I get lucky here as the IS-8 misses his shot. The IS-8 is pushing up, so I load APCR. Unfortunately, my shot goes into the ground, and that's what I mean when I say American bloom. Like, that shot wasn't fully aimed, and that's why the shot dipped so much into the ground. Now my platoon mate is pretty much dead already, but he puts a really nice shot into the IS-8, and he goes down to the E-75. Now, I'm going to keep putting shots in the E-75, as he is my biggest threat, and it's a 2v2 right now. I have a Panther friend with me against an E-75 and an IS-3. This is not looking good at all. I see the IS-3s coming around, and I debate going back, but I was hoping I might be able to perma-track him around the corner, and I still have APCR loaded because I really want to clutch this game. I don't want to lose this right now. The IS-3 comes around the corner. He shoots me. I get lucky with my shot. I think I pen his turret roof. So I know I can get 2 shots off before he reloads, and his gun is pointed the wrong way. I'm not sure why he did that, but I got to put another free shot into him, and I back up. And the IS-3 is now focused on the Panther too, so I put another free shot into him. Now, I want this Panther to work with me here, as we can lock down one opponent and take it out quickly, but my gun elevation wasn't good enough here, so I just immediately back off. Now, the SU says we win, ha ha ha, but unfortunately, we are still not in the clear yet, as my Panther 2 friend, what is he doing? He just goes in front of 2 guns, not even firing a shot. So I take the opportunity while the enemies are distracted to pump as many quick shots as I can and engage adrenaline, because this E-75 needs to die. Unfortunately, this shot bounces, and my Panther 2 friend dies. So now it's just me against an E-75 and an IS-3. I know the IS-3 will be coming around, so I still have APCR loaded here, and I take out the E-75. Now the IS-3 is a 2-shot, and I'm a 2-shot for him as well. Now I take a shot from the IS-3 and ammo rack him, and I try to snapshot him here, and that really should have went in, but it didn't because, hey, American gun. But I come around and easily able to out-reload an ammo-racked IS-3, and I win the game. That was a pretty close ending there with the Panther 2 just YOLOing. And that was a Master Badge, 4K damage, in the Pershing. But as you can see, I fired so much APCR there that I lost 60k credits. That's extremely expensive. But hey, at least I won the game, and that's all that matters in my opinion. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review and gameplay, and please leave a like for more.